Hi everyone, my name is Savannah and this is Safari Savvy. We're learning all about rhino iguanas or Cyclura cornuta. This here is Pearl, and Pearl is about 3 years old. She is a very social rhino iguana. She can actually live up to 60 to 70 years. The oldest rhino iguana that I know of in captivity is owned by John Benz, and his name is Henry, and he's 51 years old. Rhino iguanas tend to be very affectionate with their owners. Although they are not the easiest to care for, it is very rewarding to work with these guys. Unlike my cats and dogs, when they shed, it doesn't make a huge mess all over my living room. I can actually take rhino iguana shed and make amazing jewelry out of it. I use the shed to make things like necklaces and keychains. It's a cruelty-free leather. Rhino iguana scales are made out of alpha and beta keratin, just like our hair and our nails, and are ever growing and ever shedding. So you'll actually see that the rhino iguanas look like they're patchy, and that's just how they shed. They'll actually let us help take it off of them. Rhino iguana diet consists of things like dark leafy greens such as collard greens, mustard greens, and kale, with the occasional addition of romaine lettuce and iceberg lettuce for moisture. They enjoy squashes and zucchinis as well as fresh flowers. Occasionally they will eat things like insects, carrion, fish, and dead birds. Cyclura iguana are endemic to islands found in the Caribbean. Each Caribbean island has their own Cyclura iguana. Rhino iguanas come from the Dominican Republic and Haiti. There is also a very similar subspecies of Cyclura iguana found on the island of Mota, off of the island of Puerto Rico. These guys are endangered because of weather like hurricanes, and then also people are starving in these countries, so they're resorting to eating these guys. They have habitat loss due to resorts coming in and taking up all of the beach land. So it is very hard to re-release these guys in the wild. The most famous Cyclura iguana is actually the Grand Cayman blue iguana, and if you see them in common pet trade, those are actually going to be Lewisi hybrids. You cannot legally own the true Lewisi, so you are only able to have the Lewisi hybrid in captivity. Cyclura iguana, the term is actually derived from the Latin term for cycle, and that actually describes the rings on their tail. So if you actually follow the bottom of a Cyclura iguana tail, you can actually see the rings on there. Rhino iguanas are considered sexually dimorphic, meaning that the males and the females have different physical traits from each other. Males tend to be a little bit larger. They actually have usually at least 1 to 3 horns on their nose, and they have fat pouches on their head and in their cheeks to protect them from the sharp rocks. Their scales are a much thicker scale than other reptiles, and that is to protect their skin underneath from getting scratched when they are climbing on large rocks. Where they come from, they have little food and resources for water. They eat a lot of cacti, and they hide in burrows. Rhino iguanas get to be about 4 to 5 feet in length and will weigh about 10 to 20 pounds full grown. They hit sexual maturity as young as 3 years in age, but usually are ready to breed around 4 or 5 years. Again, they can live upwards of 60 to 70 years. They have a third eye on top of their head, which helps them sense light and shadow. This helps them avoid predators, find good basking spots, and find good shady spots as well. If rhino iguanas are housed inside, they need a rather large enclosure, at least 4 foot by 4 foot. I would suggest even 6 feet tall so that you can step into the enclosure. Maybe a room would be dedicated to them, would actually be perfect. They need a basking spot of 95 to 100 degrees, and they need an ambient temperature of 80 to 85 degrees. They also need to be kept at 70% humidity. My name's Savannah again, and this was Pearl. Thank you for watching all about rhino iguanas. Please follow us at Safari Savvy for more awesome animal videos. If you guys have any questions, please write them below. We'll answer every one that we can. If you have any animals that you really want to see that you know I have, please Give us some comments for suggestions for future videos. Again, like, subscribe, and share our videos to get more amazing animal content. Or rhino iguanas, that's not gonna work. Thank you. Do an outtake one. Okay, you, stop. You're a turd. Are you, yeah, I know, you have food, so you're like, nah, I don't think it is. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Wow, I really messed that up. Okay, better. I was gonna say, don't get that. Ah.